Friday. It is finally here, the best day of the week. Best day of the work week, let's put it that way. Finally, Friday is being brought to you this week by Major Spoilers VIP and Patreon members from around the world. You can show your support for everything we do by going to patreon.com/Major Spoilers. Happy Friday, everyone. The best day of the work week is here. Hey, Mark Smith 72 has finally shown up. I guess we can get this show started. I agree with Geeky Choreographer, though. Where is everyone? Well, it is the start of a major holiday here in the United States of America, the Labor Day weekend. Oh, it's going to be an exciting one. Let me read this to you. Oh, this is from our... oh, my goodness. This is from our own school district. This is from our school district, the Ellis County Health Department, the university, the medical center, the VOTEC, and so many more. The Labor Day weekend approaches. Ellis County Health Department, along with the area public, private, and post-secondary schools, are sending an urgent reminder to residents of the county. Please adhere to all mitigation measures, especially avoiding large gatherings. What do you want to bet? People are going to do that. Oh my gosh, we've already had a whole group of anti-maskers starting trouble, threatening people online, getting the cops called after them, disrupting town hall or city hall meetings, city commission meetings, I think that's what it is, had to have the cops haul a girl out. Then, somehow, probably not related, the mayor's cars, 3 cars, all vandalized. Ah, so there you go. There you go. That is what is going on. And that's probably why there's not a whole lot of people here today. Labor Day weekend. Oh, Nightbot is here. Hello, Nightbot. What have you got to share for us? Oh, hey. Oh, thanks, Nightbot. Hey ho, says Scroll Brian. I didn't look to see what today's KDHE... KDHE... Let's see. Kansas Department of... KDHE.gov. Oh, that's not it. Kansas Department of Health and Environment. What is it? What is it? The U.S. Oh, KDHEKS.gov. All right, let's see if we can go to their microsite and see what the latest numbers are, because new numbers are only coming out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in our state. Cases in Kansas. All right, let's see what we have here. 45,000 cases, 2,500 hospitalizations, just under 500 deaths, and 381,000 negative tests. Our county today, I called it 471 on Wednesday. I said it would be over 500 today. 532 cases. Oh, look at that beautiful map. That doesn't mean anything, does it? I see a trend. And the crazy thing about this, and I know I'll probably get banned for talking about COVID-related stuff. Yes, right here where the spike starts, right here when there was a spike going on back here. That's when some of the college students came back. But here's really where it takes a huge uptick. That's when USD 49, our school district, went back into session. Back right around here is where the college students come in. And the sad thing is, so many people are trying to blame the college students for all these woes, which, you know, granted, they're coming from all over the place. They're not quarantining for 14 days. They're running around without masks on. They're going to parties. They're doing all these things. So yes, part of it is from that. But I hear so many other people who are not college students who are coming down with cases of the COVID. Now, I don't wish ill on anyone. I'm sorry that we have had so many deaths here in the state of Kansas, as well as across the United States and worldwide. But I think we can do some preventative measures like wearing our masks. So speaking of school, have I told you, I've talked before about the easiest way to get a grade, to get a good grade in any class that you take. There's 3 simple rules. College kids, hey college kids, college students go to parties. Who could have seen that coming? There's three easy tips that I can give you to get a good grade in any class. Number 1, follow instructions. Number 2, turn in your assignments on time. Number 3, ask questions. Now, providing you've done 1 and 2, there's very little I mean, you could legitimately have some questions, and that's fine. But what amazes me is on the first day of class, I sat in front of the students, and I gave them those rules, and I said, hey, here's a super secret hint. Go over to the syllabus section. And we went over to the syllabus section together, and I said, here's all this information. This is very important information for you to read and to follow. And so their, of course, assignment is due today. One student, I think, was trying to start it this morning. More on that student in a moment. But a student contacts me and says, hey, would you look at my assignment to make sure I did it right? And it's like, well, if you're... And the student was like, and then that way I can change it before I turn it in for a grade. And I was like, well, if you want me to see if you did it right, you should probably turn it in for a grade, because I'm not going to check your work before you turn it in. I said, one thing you can do, however, is make sure you've read all the stuff in the syllabus about how to write an essay, how to follow APA format, how to properly cite everything. And if you've done all of those things, you're probably going to be okay. Hour later, oh, I guess I hadn't read that yet. I finally read it. That makes a lot more sense. Thank you. In the original assignment for the course that's due today, I'd asked for the students to videotape themselves, record themselves, sharing their responses so they understand social media, all this stuff. But because of things that are going on, I always say, listen, if you don't want to do video, that's fine. You can still do a text-based version of this. And it even says in bold, note, you do not have to do video if you don't want to. Text is perfectly acceptable. I had a student write me early this morning, how dare you? Why do I have to go out and buy a $350 camera to do this assignment? I never post any pictures of myself on any social media anywhere. How dare you do this? I'm bringing up this with my academic advisor, and you better make sure you have answers. This was not listed in the syllabus. I mean, it's really strong. I mean, that's almost word for word exactly the way it was written. Intonations are mine. And I wrote back, I said, maybe you didn't follow instructions, because it clearly says in an addendum that you do not have to do video. And then I sent that email off, and I was like, this guy's probably not even going to pay attention. So I screen captured the actual part and said, in case you don't know how to read instructions, here's a screen cap. Please enjoy this. Or something along those lines. And then he writes back, he goes, I want to apologize for what I said. Thank you for putting me in my place. I need to read a lot harder. How dare you be so dumb? Which is interesting, because I had an exchange with somebody today where, and again, is it the children? Is it me? No, the children are wrong. Where it just literally feels like each new batch of kids that come in get dumber and dumber. Like they're not getting prepped at any grade level before. Like simple 5-paragraph essays, which my oldest son, who's in 8th grade now, has been doing since like 5th grade. Simple 5-paragraph essay stuff. Last semester he was working on APA and citations. So fairly simple stuff. And then I was half joking to myself today. I am the wicked professor of the West. I'm sure people want a house to drop on me. I don't have very good evaluations because I don't take crap from students. I spell everything out completely that they need to know. If they cannot read literally what is said, like you do not have to do video if you do not want to, you can do text-based and that will be acceptable, then yeah, I don't have any sympathy for you. I can point it out, but but I'm not going to sugarcoat it and hold your hand and go, oh my, did you not know that there were instructions here that said this? Oh, did you not see that? No, I'm just going to say, you didn't see this. You weren't paying attention. If I wanted to be mean, I would have followed up saying, you might want to check with your academic advisor about whether you should be in this course, because the rate you're going now with your inability to follow the first instruction in this class, you're not going to make it to the end of this class. So I didn't say that. I'd assume minimum requirement for college students would be able to read at least. I mean, you would think that, right? But we have seen that there are people who have legitimate learning disabilities for whatever reason. Some people just never learn to read. And I can forgive that stuff. And that's why you should ask questions. Oh, did you really mean us to do this video? Is that what you really meant? And then I would have said, no, it says right there, you know. And also, it's students who come to college are told, you know, if you do have a disability, you're supposed to go get something filled out, sent to the instructor so we can make accommodations for these kinds of things. That's not a problem. You know, me arguing with a student, that was like 2 minutes of my day. Because I can fire off those emails pretty quick saying, nope, you didn't read instructions. Go back and read the instructions. But I started thinking, man, am I going to get to the point where I'm going to come into a classroom and like there's going to be students with their fingers up their nose? Is that what the future holds for me? And then I had a shocking revelation that already happened to me 2 semesters ago, where a student was literally sitting in class digging in his nose 90% of the time. Anyway, enough about that. I didn't want to go into that, but I get so cranky when it comes time for, I mean, this is an assignment that I tell students, don't wait till the last minute to do any of your assignments. Do not wait till the last minute, because one of the things you have to do is you have to post this online on a Wakelet page, and you have to send me the Wakelet link, and it has to be a working Wakelet link. And if you don't double check those things before it's due, and it comes to me and I can't open it, I can't grade it, and you're going to get a 0. And I had so many students who failed that first project over the summer because they didn't double check just that one little thing. So yeah, I get kind of cranky when it's just like, it's right there in the instructions. I don't think and I will agree with Justin Robert Young, I don't think that everybody needs to go to college. I think college is very important. I think going to a university is very important because of the connections that you make. But you know what? And I'm not trying to put down a trade school, because I think trade schools are great. You know, when our water heater blew up, that person probably went to a trade school to learn how to be a plumber. At least I hope they did. That's how you get licensed and bonded, right? You just can't go down to the county courthouse and go, yes, I'd like to be a plumber. Do you have any experience? So yes, I think trade schools are very, very important. Anyway, enough of that. If you're watching on the Discord, let me know if you can read everything correctly. I'll probably get a nasty email from Brad later. How dare you talk about it like that, about students. I don't care. Unboxing today. It's an unboxing day. And I know in the description... Oh, Mulan? I'm debating whether to watch it this week. I mean, it'll be out in, what is it, December, I think is what they said, on the Disney Plus service. If you don't want to buy it, you can wait till like November or December, and then it'll open up for everybody. I'm thinking of buying it, only to send a message to Hollywood saying, yes, people are willing to buy these movies so that we don't have to go to the movie theater. So I might. It is a long weekend. I've got a cross-country meet to take my son to tomorrow. That'll eat up part of the morning. Then tomorrow we also have the game stream. And the game stream tomorrow is Marvel Avengers. That's going to go a couple of hours. And then I don't know what we're doing Saturday night. This could be a movie to watch on Saturday night. But I think the wife was not really interested in watching the live-action version. And I know the kids aren't. It's got a girl in it. All right, Mark Smith says it is coming in clearly and the right way, because the way I see it, it's all backwards. So I had to ask. So yeah, I might do Mulan. We have a 3-day weekend. So maybe. What about you, Scroll Brian? Are you going to do Mulan? Are you going to drop the money, the extra $30 to get Mulan now? I think you can only get it through the Disney Plus service, so it's not like I can go over to iTunes and give my $30 there. It's really modern capitalism that has demolished most of traditional trade jobs. Now you've got college jobs and minimum wage, close to slave jobs, very few in between. I don't know. I mean, I know that some universities teach trade skills, but as I mentioned earlier, the Northwest Kansas Technical School, that's where they have the AC, dishwasher, plumbing, stuff, all that they do there, car repair, all of that stuff. And we don't teach that at the university anymore. And I have yet to receive the bill for our water heater yet, but I have a feeling it's not going to be a minimum wage job. So there you go. My voice is pitched up. You don't think anyone is interested. Okay, so things that have come in the mail. I said I was going to do 2 unboxings today. Turns out that there are 3 because I made an order and it came in the afternoon mail. First one from, what is this? Fantasy Flight. Very excited about this. For some reason, in all of my purchasing, I had missed this hero pack. It is the Hulk hero pack for Marvel Champions. I'm loving Marvel Champions. I think it's a fun game, although some people criticize it a little bit too much because it's just an exercise in maths. And if you can do the maths, then it's pretty easy to win the game. And they also haven't, at least yet, although I did get a notice that the Red Skull pack was coming, that there's going to be a campaign mode that Fantasy Flight is supposed to release or is currently releasing, or it's supposed to be part of the Red Skull pack. So that'll give a little bit of storyline to everything. So I'm kind of interested in that. But yeah, here's a Hulk card that you can read. So I'm interested in sealing this up in a card sleeve this weekend. I too had a bunch of Marvel Hero packs and goodies come. You were quite behind, says the history table. Here's a box. This isn't the big box, but this is a heavy box. This one is from Wizards of the Coast. Let me switch over to here real quick so we can see this. It's this box. Now, if it were just the new books, because there's a new book that just came out. If it was just new books, it would be in a smaller box, because I've received the 5th edition stuff from Wizards of the Coast before. So this one has other things in it. Ooh, so this is Rime of the Frost Maiden. Let me move some things out of the way here so we can hold all this stuff up and let you guys see this and make you go ooh and ah and want to rush right out in a buying frenzy. First one up, Icewind Dale Rime of the Frost Maiden dice set. Oh, ho, 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 you say. Look at those pretty dice. All blue and frosty and sparkly. Now, it's got some other things in here, too. 2 D20s, 1 D12, 2 D10s, 1 D8, 4 D6s, and 1 D4. Also has a fold-out map of Icewind Dale and 10 towns. 10.5 inches by almost 16 inches. A felt-lined box that functions as 2 dice trays. And then 20 double-sided cards with descriptions and illustrations of characters and creatures one might encounter in Icewind Dale. So this is pretty cool. I mean, I really appreciate... I mean, I don't say, Wizards of the Coast, please send me stuff, but they do. And so I'm glad to talk about them here on the show. The last dice set that we showed, I really, really like that. The only negative that I have to say is I don't really have a place to put the various cards that come with this. Not in this section. So I kind of keep everything in this, even though, you know, the box itself has everything that you need. Let me get some of these dice out. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's... Wow, it is really... It's got a really good sparkle in there. I don't know if that'll focus. There you go. Focus right there. Ooh, look at that. I'm sure the webcam is not picking that up all of the way. But, ooh, it's deep and sparkly. Nice. And then, of course, you got the box. Wait, I'm going to throw all these dice around. See if I can get the map out real quick. This is just the first part of the box. We have to go long. Okay, so here's a map of Icewind Dale. Little spoiler for those of you who are into your 5e and the adventures and all that stuff. So there's that, and then there's the maps of the towns. That's really cool for those of you that are playing the new expansion. Oh, here are the character cards of things that you might find, like the snowy owl bear. Look at that guy. It's an owl with a body of a bear. Or is it a bear with the head of an owl? I don't think they've ever really clarified that. But yes, a felt-lined box. Ooh, felt-lined. So that's that. That's pretty cool. So if you're looking for some new dice, I don't know what the SRP is on this. Let's look here real quick. I'll put this in. Oh, no, I have spilled the dice everywhere. Let's see if there's an SRP on this. Does not say on the outside of the box. I'm sure there's some paperwork in here that I'm supposed to be reading and doing and telling you all about. But I dig that. What else is in here? Okay, the next thing that we have... Oh, this is cool. What is this? Holy crap, there's a crap ton of stuff in here. Thank you, Wizards of the Coast, for sending this our way. The next thing that I have is Icewind Dale Rime of the Frost Maiden. And this is just a... Oh, neat. This is just a notebook, a gridded notebook, so that you can put your little maps in here if you're doing that, or you could put notes about what your adventurers are doing in the campaign. Yeah, 2 of those that they have sent. So those are very cool. I do like notebooks. I have a weird obsession with getting really good... Holy crap, look at all this. My goodness, what is this? Holy cow. Alright, I have to set this box down. Alright. Here's the paperwork that they sent. Adventure is a dish best served cold. Wizards of the Coast returns to Icewind Dale, the beloved setting made famous in the Drist Dodoran in the campaigns of the Hall. Available everywhere September 15th, so you don't have to wait that long. Please find a hardcover copy designed by Taylor Jacobson for review or other editorial considerations. This package also includes an alternative cover with a distinctive design and soft touch finishes by Hydro 74. I tell you what, I love the Hydro 74 covers. I think they are super awesome. They just look awesome. So here is the default Rime of the Frost Maiden Icewind Dale campaign book, right? This thing has, you know, everything that you need. Talks about all the locations. It includes, back here in the back, secrets of some of the characters that you can find. Again, a giant map that's kind of similar to the one that was in the dice set. And then, of course, the monster manual compendium part, so you can see what some of the monsters are that you're going to encounter. This is for adventures for characters from level 1 through 11. So from beginner to 11th level, you can get this entire this entire book starting on the 15th of September or pre-order now. This is the regular cover. This one is the Hydro 74 cover. And I love what they do with this because it's got this really kind of cool metallic inking on there. I really like that. Other than that, it is exactly the same on the inside. So it just depends on if you want this cover or if you want a different cover for your collection. Personally, I like this one a lot better. Maybe also as a hint for the future, I have now a lot of duplicates of these. So editorial considerations also include giveaways. Let's see. It's kind of creepy looking. These days I buy the dice depending on how easy they are to see, not by the fancy they are. There's no... there was too much squinting. I don't think so on these. Maybe I think it's just the light angle that we have here. I was able to see that fairly easily. I don't need new dice unless I lose my trusty bag that I've had for over 20 years. I don't have that many dice in my bag either, although most of the dice from the 80s are changed out because they were getting worn and hard to see. Those modern RPG books sure do look fancy. Speaking of dice bags, look what else is here. Oh, a fuzzy fabric, kind of like snow. It looks like sparkly snow. And inside, let's see what's on the inside. Sure enough, more dice. Now these are not the blue dice. These are red sparkly versions. So maybe if you're a fire mage or something like that. Man, that's a big old honking D20. I gotta tell you. And again, it's the same combo. Two big D20s. Some D4s, D6s, D4s, all that stuff. So that is sent as well. So you're looking for you want to get away from the Crown Royal bag and get another bag for all of your dice. There's that. We've included this package includes Icewind Dale, Ryan of the Frostmaiden dice, and miscellany, which will be available September 29th and feature 11 frosty metallic blue dice, a felt-lined dice tray, etc., etc. We're also providing some promotional items you can use to flavor your Icewind Dale games, including notebooks with the alt cover art, dice bag theme for the Icewind Dale filled with 11 dice, a light scarf. Oh, that's what this is. That is what this is, a light scarf. Well, I want to see how light this is. Oh. Ooh, look at this. Oh, now this is a light scarf. You can see right through this. Oh, nice. That's fancy. And it's big, too. I mean, this thing goes on and on and on and on and on. From here, I mean, this is 6 feet across. This is easily a 6-foot-long scarf. Eat your heart out, Tom Baker. But yeah, that's kind of neat. I've opened it up. I probably should do a giveaway. But I like that. That's cool. Maybe give it to Sam or somebody. Or maybe I'll just wear it myself. Put it on as a pirate. My friend Ron has a lot of scarves from the time when he was a traveling musician back in the 80s. So a scarf, never been worn. So we got that. That's not all. This was a huge haul from Wizards of the Coast. Thank you so much. Again, Wizards of the Coast. Also, some pop sockets to stick on your phone. And I might do that because currently I have no case and no pop socket on the back because my last pop socket popped off. So there you go. Wow, we used up a lot of time unboxing these promotional items from Wizards of the Coast. Rime of the Frostmaiden coming out September 15th. Let's see, this has an SRP of $50. $50 for this adventure. And this has everything you need. If you've never played a prepackaged game, these have everything you need in them. And if you like prepackaged games, then run them. I don't know why so many people poo-poo the idea of pre-gen adventures. But this is a great way to just set up and get going. Now, the drawback, obviously, is that people, you know, if your other players already have the book or they've played it before, then they know what's coming. But if you separate player knowledge from gamer knowledge, or character knowledge from player knowledge, then everything should be fine. Here's the big box, all right? Anyone want to take a guess? What is in this box? My dice bag was knitted by my daughter. I'm not switching. Ho, ho, ho. So a little more waiting time. Yes, history table. Although, you know what else comes out on September 29th? The next Dresden Files book comes out on the 29th. The second part to the story that was just released. It just kind of ended halfway. And then we get into the second book coming up on the 29th. Electronic football, says history table. No, not that. I love pre-gen adventures. There will always be a personal touch by the GM, but it cuts down on prep time so much. Yeah. All right. Something I pre-ordered a long time ago. I forgot that I ordered it, in fact. And then it showed up at my doorstep yesterday. And I was like, I'm going to open this live on the show. Last chance. I'd say a Kickstarter package. No. Shot in the dark. No. That is not it. Man, I thought the rattling it around would have given away a lot of... You're going to see a bunch of videos popping up of this over the next couple of days. I think there's already been a couple already pop up online if you know where to look on YouTube. A Blades game. No. It is, in fact, Star Wars Mandalorian, the Razor Crest ship. Look at that. That's why I had to put onto the full cam today. Because, holy cow, look at this. Over 1,000 pieces, ages 10 plus. It's got a Scout Trooper, IG-11. What is that other guy's name? Creepy Kanata, the Mandalorian, and of course, I'm gonna go out of focus here. The Child. We're just gonna call him the Child. This is a big box, right? It's not as big. It's not as big as that scarf that Wizards of the Coast sent me. Yeah, this looks pretty cool. Now, unfortunately, I mean, this is expensive. Unfortunately, though, this is not the creator line of the Star Wars stuff. This is just like your regular Lego set. But I cannot wait, and I guarantee you they will make one of these very soon because of the popularity of The Mandalorian. Probably by the end of Season 2. Probably not this Christmas, but probably this time next year. I'm going to bet that they will make one of those creator-sized versions of the Razor Crest. Kind of like you can go and get that really big-size version of the X-Wing or the TIE Fighter or Slave 1, which I also have, which has usually about 3 times as many bricks for you to put together, and it's like a display piece. It's not something that you play around with. It's a display piece. So I'm very excited about this one. Look at all the playability you can have. Now, I haven't done Lego videos in a long time, mainly because I don't have the time to do the Lego videos. And I kind of got burned out when I did that Ghostbusters thing. I may put this together someday, but you know what I'm doing right now? I'm holding on to this, keeping it pristine in the box. Because you know what's going to happen in 10 years. The price of this thing's going to skyrocket. When we had the flood a year ago, just over a year ago, a year and a month ago, year and a month and a half ago, I still had a bunch of, so the Disney Castle box got ruined because of the water that got in. But as we were cleaning up, I found a bunch of Lego sets from the 90s that, or I guess it was early 2000s, take that back, not the 90s, from the early 2000s that I had not opened. And I went online to see, well, how much are these things going for? And I may have paid like $76 for one of these sets, 20 years ago. And now the set is literally worth $500. So, I mean, it's worth whatever people are going to pay for them, right? But I have a feeling in 10 years, this set will be $500. Now, granted, they have a lot of these out there. But this is a fairly expensive set. If you keep it nice and shiny in the box, people will pay more. And the speculator market for Lego is much, much better than the speculator market for comic books from all those years ago, because Lego bricks hold their value over time. In fact, it's the only commodity that I know that actually, besides gold and silver and precious metals, that actually increase in price over time. Not just because of inflation, just because of demand. So the last time I checked, it was average. Let's see, how many pieces are in this? Last time I did the math, it averaged about 10 cents a brick. And so let's go into the calculator. How many pieces is this? 1,023. Wow. Last time I did this was at 10 cents a brick. Now it is 19 cents a brick for this set. 19 cents per brick. So there you go. You can wrap. Let's go back to the comments. You can wrap the box in the scarf and keep the child warm. Maybe I will do that. It's not Baby Yoda. It's the child, even though we all call it the Baby Yoda. So there you go. A triple unboxing this week on Finally Friday. I think that's a great way to go into a holiday weekend with some new things to play with, whether it be things that I ordered, like the Hulk set, or like this Lego set, or something that was sent to me by Wizards of the Coast, a big box of goodies. Thank you again, Wizards of the Coast. If someone will pay for, let's see, how do I do this? You know, we have Nightbot for a reason. And I know Brad's going to pop in here and ruin everything again, just like Brad always does. Let me go over to Nightbot really quick. I know we're running out of time. Nightbot TV. Nightbot TV. Doop, oops, sorry, what do I have to do? It's been a while since I've logged into Nightbot because we've moved over to Pretzel Rocks for our songs. But Nightbot does have... we're going to go over to ordinary users on this one. I want to make it open for everyone, I think. Even mods. Whoops. Malone is the only active users. How does this work? There are no eligible users to win the giveaway. How can that be? There's Lagnus. Oh, I guess you guys have to tweet. Okay, so here's the thing. Pick a number between 0... How many people are in here? There's only 12 of you in here. Let's do... Everybody pick a number between 0 and 50. 0 and 50. Everybody do a number between 0 and 50. Do it really quick, because if you want to participate, you have to pick a number between 0 and 50. And I will ship you the little D&D pop socket. I'll ship you one of these pop sockets. If you don't know what a pop socket is, that's okay. You're old. Basically, you stick this part on the back of your phone, like that, and then it pops out, and then you can hold it. You know, it pops up like this, and then you can hold it, and you can spin it, and you can do all those kinds of things. So I will send this to somebody. Thank you, Wizards of the Coast, again, for this. I've got 2. Might as well share, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people have entered. There's still time for you to enter. Enter, 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 if you want to enter. Scroll Brian has popped in. Lagnus has popped in. Mark Smith, 72. Oh, Mark, are you a mod? There we go. We got Mark Smith in there. Anybody else? This is the last call. 3, 2, 1, and roll it. Waiting for the winner. Waiting for the winner. Oh. Mark Smith, for whatever reason, it didn't recognize your number, but you are correct. Oh, so now is the time for everybody to do it. Okay. Mark, I rarely use this stupid thing. So Mark is the winner. Mark Smith, 72, is the winner. The correct number was 29. I guess you have to start the random number giveaway and then have people enter, but you guys already did the number. I can compare the winning number with the winning number from the chat. 29, Mark Smith. If you'll send me an email, podcast@majorspoilers.com with your full name and address. You don't have to worry about any tax forms because I'm going to bet that this thing is less than $10. Yeah, probably. I should have said in the U.S. only. So hopefully, Mark Smith, you're in the U.S. That's one other nice thing is that we're able to reach out to everybody from around the world on this show. So if you want this, Mark, send me that email, podcastmajorspoilers.com. I will get that in the mail to you. And I wonder if I should do another giveaway. Oh, U.S. only. So this does have to be U.S. only. Although these are some pretty big-ass dice. Yeah, I'll do it anyway. If you would like a Snow White dice bag with some fiery dice on the inside, you want one of these giant D20s and other things, get ready because I'm gonna run this up again. I'm going to roll it. This is a number between 0 and 50. So go ahead and start entering your numbers between 0 and 50, and the first person who gets it, please only enter once. Let everybody else go first. between 0 and 50. All right, go again. I'll be interested to see what happens when you enter it a second time. Twitch has at least a 10-second delay from the Discord, I noticed, probably. But Nightbot is not connected to our Discord server, so you can't enter in there and hope to win. No winner. Okay, well, I'm going to hold these off until next week. Or maybe I'll do it this weekend during... I'll do this during this weekend during the game stream. For everybody who comes to hang out in the game stream, I'm going to give away some dice. Tomorrow, starting at 2 o'clock p.m. Central Time, going until probably 5 or 6. Get a couple of hours in. We'll give some dice away tomorrow. So there you go. Feeling generous today. And all this weekend at Majorspoilers.com. New episode of Critical Hit coming up for our patrons over at Patreon.com/Majorspoilers tonight. For the rest of you, the normies, you get the Major Spoilers Void Saga wrap-up special, where Tasha Robinson comes in and she hosts the panel asking us questions all about the Void Saga, all that kind of stuff. I don't know what the Clackamas Mall is, but okay. So you can listen for that if you're one of the normies who is not a patron. Remember, if you want to listen to shows a week early, then go ahead and sign up to become a patron over at Patreon.com/Majorspoilers. A couple of bucks a month. $5 a month will get you those Critical Hit episodes a week early, and you'll be able to hear the show that everyone else gets to hear this weekend. And if you're not a patron, that's okay. You can hear it next weekend. Also, you get access to the VIP live chat and so much more. You can find more information at Patreon.com/Majorspoilers. In the meantime, as you see, Nightbot jumped in there and said, hey, you're talking about Discord? Don't forget to go check out the Discord channel. Discord.gg/ZYAP7MT. Ooh, all right, everybody. That wraps it up for this week's show. Thank you so much. I hope you had a good time. Hope you had as much fun with the unboxings as I did. It's always fun. That's where we're going to wrap it up this week. Do good, be good. We will see everyone next week. So take care, everybody. Boom, boom, ba, boom, ba, boom. Did not give away any dice this week. Give away some tomorrow. Twitch.tv/Majorspoilers. Oh, I'm going to put this pop socket on my phone right now. Oh man, I hope I'm not ripping this. That would be bad. I have to get my wife down here to do it. There we go. Oh, that's a lot of glue there. Oh, look at that fancy, fancy pop socket. Ooh, it's like magic.